When growing up and becoming aware of life, people often begin to wonder and find answers to the question, who am I? Why do I exist in this world? This is the most difficult journey in everyone's life because it is like a winding adventure with many turns. Some parts where you have to run at full speed, some stops, and even have to step back to observe the surroundings and reflect on yourself. Difficulties or failures are like an indispensable color in life. And of course, everyone will have to go through such challenging times. Let's see them as challenges, as experiences to make life more interesting. When you are brave and dare to stand up to face difficulties, then you have reached the threshold of success. So what do you need to do to overcome challenges in life? Difficulties, challenges. These two things are just a new definition of success, my friend. Don't worry, and you see, in Buddhism, it is said that we should start from our own hearts. And consider life as a road. There will be smooth and easy roads, but there will also be bumpy roads with many turns. That road is endless. We will not know what will happen ahead. At this time, patience and a positive, optimistic spirit are the only things that will help you get to the endpoint. In life, none of us can avoid challenges. No matter who you are, where you are, or what you do, life will always pose obstacles. Sometimes very small, but sometimes very big. Those difficulties can make us falter, feel confused, or even lose faith in ourselves. But try to imagine that there is a way to not only overcome those challenges, but also turn them into opportunities to become stronger, more resilient. Does that sound appealing? Yes, you can. And the key is to know yourself, recognize what might be holding you back, and courageously move forward, no matter what difficulties may arise. Sometimes we feel defeated, pushed back by the storms of life. But think about this. If we can look straight at our limitations, recognize our weaknesses and the things that can hurt us, then we are truly strong. Self-awareness, not only knowing the positive aspects but also the negative aspect, is the foundation for moving forward more firmly. Before we continue on this journey together, I want to take a moment to talk to my wonderful friends. There are small actions that have great meaning, and they are completely free. What I'm talking about is subscribing and leaving comments. Every time you do these things, you're not only supporting me, but also sending a huge amount of encouragement that I really appreciate. These actions reflect the sincerity, kindness, and virtue that Stoicism always promotes. Don't hesitate to share your thoughts through comments, because that's how you express your views and lifestyle. If you found this content useful, leave comment number 1. If you didn't find it valuable to you, leave comment number 2. This is really important to us, because through this, we can evaluate and improve the way we convey the message in the next videos. Leave your mark with these small but meaningful actions. I look forward to reading your shares. Have you ever thought about it? Stoicism, a philosophy that has existed for thousands of years, is not only a philosophical system of thought, but also a powerful tool for us to face the challenges of modern life. What does this mean? It is the acceptance of the fact that life will always have difficulty, things that do not go as planned. But instead of finding ways to escape, Stoicism advises us to choose to face them with a calm, self-controlled mind, but to go with you until the end of the video. Remember, this is really important. When you face fear, anxiety, imagine that you're standing in front of a high mountain. This mountain can make you falter, make you want to turn around and run away. But imagine if you look at that mountain and realize that every step up will make you stronger, more resilient. Then, is it worth trying? It's in our most difficult times that we truly discover the strengths that lie within us. Strengths that we may not have realized before. You may be wondering, what happens if we move forward without really understanding what we are facing? There is no courage in naivety. If you are not aware of the dangers that lurk, you do not understand the risks that you are facing, how can you really deal with them effectively? Think about it. If you are clear about the dangers, if you are aware of what can happen, you will know how to prepare, how to deal with them. This is necessary for you to move forward firmly, right? Likewise, Stoicism teaches us not to avoid difficulties, but instead to accept and prepare for them. This means that we need to analyze our fears, understand each aspect of them, and break them down into manageable parts. Are you sure? Try this, and you will see that what you fear is probably not as big as you think. When you understand them, they become much smaller. You ever thought about facing your biggest fears? This is really important because it is only by facing what we fear the most that we can overcome and grow. In Stoicism, there is a concept called premeditatio malorum, roughly translated as preparing ourselves for the worst that can happen. Think of it as a voluntary journey to hell, where we face our deepest fears, not to be crushed by them, but so that we can overcome them and become stronger. This sounds difficult, right? But imagine that you are prepared for the worst. Then, no matter what happens, you will not be surprised. On the contrary, you will be able to face everything with calmness and self-control, because you are ready. You have imagined and faced the worst things in your imagination, and when they happen in reality, they are no longer so scary. You may be wondering, if we look into the abyss for too long, what will we see? Is it darkness or light? Remember, if you look long enough and deep enough, you will not only see darkness but also light. That means that in the very greatest difficulties and challenges, you will discover your own strength and ability to overcome. This is one of the core points of Stoicism, that in every challenge, in every suffering, there is always an opportunity to learn and grow. Are you sure? This may sound like a big challenge, but try looking inside yourself, facing your fears and worries. What you will see is light, growth, and maturity. This is really important because it makes you stronger and more prepared to face whatever life brings. Stoicism not only encourages us to endure hardships, but also to turn them into opportunities to improve ourselves. Think about it. If you voluntarily accept a challenge, instead of letting it impose itself on you, you will use a completely different psychophysiological system to deal with it. This is really important. You will use the system associated with approach and challenge, instead of the system associated with defensive aggression and withdrawal. When you voluntarily face hardship, you will feel more proactive, more positive, and less vulnerable to the situation. This has huge implications for our mental health. When we face challenges voluntarily, we feel more positive, less anxious, and more able to face situations calmly. This not only helps us overcome difficulties, but also helps us grow and become stronger. And you will see, proactively facing difficulties will give you a sense of satisfaction, feeling that you are in control of your life, instead of letting life control you. Have you ever thought about turning your life into a real adventure? What does this mean? It is that we do not hesitate to face the unknown, strange lands that we have never set foot on. This is not simple, but imagine that each step will bring you closer to your goal, even though it may be challenging and difficult. Think of life as an adventure, where every challenge is part of the journey, and every step forward is an opportunity to discover new possibilities. Remember, this is really important. Life is not always easy, but it is in the most difficult times that we can discover our hidden potential. See every challenge as an opportunity to grow and develop. This may sound difficult, but if you face it with confidence and determination, you will see that everything is achievable. It is determination and determination that will help you overcome obstacles that you previously thought were impossible. Have you ever wondered what would happen if we actually faced life's challenges voluntarily and consciously? That means we would not only become stronger, but also discover new aspects of ourselves that we never knew existed. You see, this is the core of Stoicism, accepting and facing every challenge as an inevitable part of life. More than that, see those challenges as opportunities to explore, learn, and grow. Think about it. Every time you face a challenge, you can see it as an opportunity to learn more about yourself. Are you sure? Try it, and you will see that what you learn from these challenges will not only help you overcome them, but also make you stronger and more confident in every aspect of your life. In fact, every time we overcome a challenge, we learn more about ourselves, about how we react and deal with difficult situations. And from there, we can use these lessons to improve ourselves in the future. What does that mean? It is the ability to remain calm and composed even when you are facing the biggest challenges. Imagine that you are in the middle of a storm, but instead of being swept away, you stand firm, steadfast in your goals. This is really important because it helps you not to lose your way in the most difficult. Like a tree in the middle of a storm, you are not shaken by the force of the wind, but on the contrary, your roots are more firmly rooted in the ground. Remember, it is not just about overcoming difficulties, but also about remaining calm and steadfast throughout them. Life is full of storms, but if we can remain calm in the midst of the storm, we will not only survive, but also grow and become stronger. And this is true not only in difficult moments, but in every aspect of our daily life. Consistency and calmness are two key factors that help us overcome all the challenges that life throws at us. Sometimes we feel like we are in extremely difficult situations, where all our efforts seem to be in vain. But think about it. Not everyone is stuck in these situations. In fact, only a few of us are stuck in situations that we cannot escape from. The rest of us can find ways to improve, to move forward on all fronts. That is why it is so important to understand ourselves, recognize our weaknesses, and find ways to overcome them. What does that mean? It is that we need to develop a clear vision for our lives. Without a vision, we will feel chaotic, disjointed, and easily defeated by any obstacle that comes our way. Imagine that your life is a long road, and every step forward needs to be guided by a strong and inspiring vision. A vision not only gives you direction, but also motivates you to move forward, despite all the difficulties and challenges. Likewise, when you have a vision, everything becomes more meaningful. There is nothing more practical than developing a clear and directional vision. Are you sure? Imagine your life if you had a clear goal. This will not only give you a positive feeling, but also help you overcome difficulties with confidence and determination. Clear vision will be a guiding light, helping you not to lose your way in the most difficult times. This is really important, as without a goal, positive emotions will hardly appear. You will feel angry, bitter, or even afraid when facing challenges. Remember, anger and bitterness never lead to success, but only make things worse. You need to evaluate yourself carefully, understand your weaknesses and what can lead you astray. Knowing yourself will not only help you overcome difficulties, but also help you avoid pitfalls and unnecessary mistakes. Have you ever felt tempted to do things that seem to bring temporary comfort, but lead to long-term consequences? Imagine that you are standing in front of a deep hole, and every careless step you take will push you deeper into it. That sounds scary, right? But think about it. You don't have to fall into that hole. You can decide to avoid temptation by creating healthier, more meaningful habits. For example, if you used to drink to relieve stress, try to find other activities that help you relax without causing harm. This is really important because small decisions today will have a big impact on your life in the future. Building good habits now will help you avoid paths that lead to self-destruction. Are you sure? Try setting goals for yourself and see what happens. For example, take 15 minutes to write down what you want to achieve in the next 5 years. This will not only help you get clear on what you want, but it will also help you create a specific plan to achieve those goals. A specific plan will help you see the path you need to take, and each step will feel more concrete and meaningful. Think about it. Every time you complete a small goal, you will feel more confident and motivated to move forward. This is the core of Stoicism: self-control and self-improvement through specific and meaningful actions. There is nothing more satisfying than seeing yourself getting closer to what you truly desire. This satisfaction comes not only from achieving the end goal, but also from each step along the way. Imagine that you are walking down the path to success, and each step is backed by a clear plan and strong discipline. You can, and you will find that every time you take an action according to your plan, you are building your confidence and ability to deal with any challenge. Discipline and consistency are two important factors that will help you overcome the biggest challenges that life brings. This is really important, because without discipline, it is easy to get lost and give up halfway. Remember, good habits, like using a calendar to organize your time, will help you manage your life more effectively. And when you have a specific plan, facing challenges will be much easier. A good plan will help you always know what you are doing, why you are doing it, and what comes next. You know, at the end of the day, it all comes down to whether you have a vision and a plan for your life. You have a clear vision, you know exactly what you need to do to move forward. And if you have a plan, you know what you need to do every day to get closer to your goals. Clear vision and a detailed plan are two indispensable elements for you to be successful in any field. Imagine that every day is a new opportunity for you to get closer to what you want. This is really important because your life should not be a series of disappointments and tragedy. Instead, it should be an inspiring journey where you are constantly growing and discovering yourself. Every day is a step forward, and every step forward is an opportunity for you to become better, stronger, and more successful. Thank you everyone for watching. If you found this content helpful, please leave a comment and share your thoughts. What do you know about Stoicism, or have any experiences you would like to share? We would love to hear from you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. I would like to take a moment to express my deep gratitude to all of you for your incredible support and encouragement. Your continued support has made me feel truly grateful and motivated me every day. I cannot express how important your support has been to me, and it has helped me through many hardships. I am so grateful and thankful for you all for being such loyal and amazing viewers. Thank you all for always being there for me and cheering me on.